Gas prices are set to hit an all-time high in Canada as we near summer and we see $2 a litre become the norm. This is terrible for everyone, but what are our solutions both short-term and long-term? One important question that Canadians should ask themselves is how much impact, if any, does the party in power have on the price of gas? I understand that the future is a mix between hydrogen and electric-powered transportation. However, as of right now, we only have 7 hydrogen fueling stations in the entire country. EV fast chargers are great, but they're still not that common outside of metro areas. So what is our short-term solution then? Some would argue that we need to increase our production of oil and gas to lower the price of fuel at the pump. This might be a solution short-term, but the reality of it is that we're producing more oil and gas today under Trudeau than we were under Harper. Now, I know conservatives aren't usually fans of statistics and inconvenient truths, but here's a graph from a non-government source, Rystad Energy. And just so we're clear, these are very specific statistics that are really hard to, I guess, fluff or make up because, well, we know how much oil leaves Canada. We know how much oil enters Canada. So let's break down that graph. The graph shows that in 2010, Canada was producing between 2.7 and 2.8 million barrels of oil per day. And by 2021, we were at 4.45 million barrels per day, almost doubling our total supply and capacity within that same 11-year time period. What this graph ultimately shows us is that we are producing almost double the oil and gas that we did under Harper as we do right now under Trudeau. So supply is not the issue. What about outside investments and government subsidies on oil and gas? Surely that has to have an impact. The NDP are actually still fighting against the Liberals right now to end oil and gas subsidy because in 2020, the Liberals spent $18 billion of our tax money on oil and gas subsidies. $18 billion. So if funding was the problem, that would mean that we were giving them less money recently than we had in the past, right? Well, not exactly. In 2020, during COVID, the Liberal government gave the oil and gas sector $18 billion, which was about 5 times as much as they normally give them. On average, Canada spends $4.5 billion each year on oil and gas subsidies. So then, why are gas prices in Canada so high despite JT sucking the oil literally out of the ground for these companies? Well, it's quite simple. Let's look at 2 more graphs. On the left, we have the date of the announcement of the $18 billion being spent. We see all 5 major producers in the red. On the right, we have today's prices. The money that has been given out to these companies has increased their profits and they have passed the cost on to you. So, does the party in power actually have an impact on the price of fuel? Absolutely not. The companies set the prices, and if the prices are too high, the companies will ask the government for more subsidies. The government will give these companies money through the form of subsidies, and then that money will just be sent right back to shareholders. It doesn't go to the workers, it doesn't go to lower the cost of gas. No. It goes right back to the shareholders' profit so they can run this ring right over and over and over again. So I think it's time to ask our own politicians, who's getting rich while we're all getting poorer? Lots of people have been suckered by both conservative and liberal politicians who continue to just blame each other rather than actually finding a solution and fixing it for Canadians. This has to end now. End the subsidies. This will put real money back into the pockets of everyday Canadians, about $40 a month. End the lies and the blame. Let's find a solution so that Canada can be energy independent. Whether that's going hard into expanding hydrogen fueling stations or being the world leader in EV tech and rollout, Canada can be and needs to be a leader in next-gen transport technology, production, and everything related to it. Let's work on some of these projects while incentivizing the rapid transition to hydrogen and electric-powered transportation. Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like and a comment. And if you really enjoyed my content, be sure to check out my socials on the end card. And until tomorrow, everybody, have a fantastic day, eh?